Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. A Merry Christmas still to all of you and a happy last day of the year 2023. Today we gather in a special way this Sunday as we celebrate the feast of the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And we would like to greet all of you in the name of our Rector, Monsignor Rolly, a blessed feast of the Holy Family. Happy Fiesta po sa inyo, lalo't higit sa mga kasama po natin dito sa loob ng katedral na nagsisimba kada linggo bilang isang pamilya at ang ating mga online parishioners joining us via as a family. Happy feast day to all of you. In a special way, I would like to greet my family in Cavite, in the US, and in some parts of the globe. A happy feast day as well to all of you. As we celebrate the feast of this Holy Family, our readings today supplied a very basic reminder, at least for all of us to live. Mula pa lamang unang pagbasa hanggang sa narinig po nating mabuting balita, binibigyan po tayo ng mga karakter o kaya sabihin na po nating pamilya. Ang pamilya ni Abraham at ang banal na pamilyang ito ni na Jesus, Maria at Jose upang maging huwaran. And what was their example? What did they do so that we can look up to them as an inspiration, as a community, or as a family? Our first reading narrated how Abraham placed his faith in the Lord. He was praying for a child. And in our second reading, his faith was given emphasis through the letter to the Hebrews and how our gospel, the Holy Family, lived their own life as a family. Alam na po natin itong mga kwentong ito. Kapag sinabing si Abraham, siya ang ama ng pananampalataya. At kapag sinabi na natin at narinig po natin ang ating mabuting balita, makikita po natin ang isang imahen ng pamilya sa ating banal na kasulatan. They were proclaimed to us today with stories they bore and experienced. But why and what is behind the stories of these men and women teaching us, every person and every family? From the story of Abraham and in the story of the Holy Family, they continue to serve as an inspiration for every family, that hopefully, like them, in every family, God matters the most. Ang mga kwento nila, maliban sa pagpapahayag ng pananampalataya, ay lahat nakapaloob sa kanilang pagtitipan sa Diyos, sa isang pakikipag-ugnayan sa Diyos, sa isang pakikiisa sa Diyos. Try to recall the readings today. All of them were in the context of them being one with God in prayer and in communion. One basic lesson for every family, and sadly, one basic reality that some families are now missing or maybe setting aside. To make God still matter for their lives and for their families. Bago pa man pong ilagay ni Abraham ang kanyang pananalig sa Diyos, His faith was founded, his life was founded, his family was founded, how God matters to them, how God is the most important thing to them. And that is why the story of Abraham began by Abraham conversing with the Lord, communing with the Lord, learning from the Lord, praying to the Lord. At narinig po natin sa ating mabuting balita that this holy family, at totoo naman, they should really be called holy family because of Jesus himself, because of the holiness of Mary and Joseph. But human as they are, God matters to them most. Religiously and devoutly, they observe temple worship, presentation, prescriptions as what we have heard today. And as Jesus was growing in years, he was formed to be strong, to be wise, and to be graceful, because in their family, God matters the most. And we add the characters Simeon and Anna, night and day, worshiping the Lord in the temple. These figures telling all of us, we lack nothing when God still matters the most in our lives. My dear brothers and sisters, this family, these men and women, would like to remind us of a basic family ingredient, that God would still matter in our circles, in our communities, in our families. At sinabi ko nga po kanina, isang bagay na ito na unti-unting pinapatay o nawawala sa ating lipunan. O di kaya isang bagay na nakakalungkot, hindi na priority ng kada pamilya. Mabigat pong isipin na pag-uukulan na lang ng isang pamilya na makakuha ng lahat ng mga bagay but cannot even afford to foster faith in the family. Many would accumulate things but cannot even teach a young child how to make a sign of the cross. Some would pursue their children, supporting them to go with this certain career, but cannot even foster the gift of faith inside a family. Mainam na may magandang trabaho, may magandang pag-aaral, may kinikita, pero kapag usapang pananampalataya na, di bali na yan, hindi naman yan priority, it won't matter to us anymore. We are stable enough to say and live our lives because we are well in our being. We have enough. God would not matter to us anymore. How many of us can still recall or maybe would hear people telling us, I learned praying from my family. My kuya led me to services or ministries in the church. My mom and my dad taught me this kind of virtue, how it is to be polite to elderly. My mom and dad once taught me the life of this saint. In these kinds of experiences, hopefully we may also be inspired to make God still matter in our lives. It is our prayer that as we experience development in this world, God would still matter the most in our families. In this world where competency with our gifts would matter as well, may God still matter in every family. We may be blessed with many. We may lack in some things. But to every family where God matters the most, no one lives with nothing. We may live with our degrees, with our savings, with our duties, and with our own priorities and experiences. Let us not let these things tempt us as a family, as a community, to set aside the Lord and make Him not anymore, again and again, matter in our lives. But over and above all that we have and who we are, may God matter the most. My dear brothers and sisters, the family of Abraham, the figure of Anna and Simeon, and the highlight of today, the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, would like to remind all of us, God matters the most. It makes every family happy. It makes every family holy.